You know what time of the year it is. That's right, it's Mermaid. If you're new here, hi, I'm Bun, and I have a weird obsession with mermaids. Specifically, I just like the ocean a lot, so mermaids just tick a specific little part of my brain. If you're not new here, you've probably seen the playlist that I have on my channel from past mermaids. My favorite thing to do for mermaid is specifically color palette mermaids. I am not doing that in this video. I am drawing my Sona as her little Leviathan mermaid form, affectionately referred to as levibun. I have been obsessed with mermaids since I was a small child. I actually even have mermaid scaling tattooed on my thigh, IRL. Like, it takes up like there's a good chunk of my my left thigh has mermaid scales on it. I was obsessed with the Little Mermaid when I was a child as well. Like, I still vividly remember, I used to have a Ariel Barbie doll, and I remember my grandmother's dogs. She had border collies, and her collie pups fucking chewed up Ariel's legs, and I was so distressed. It was like, oh, I wish I still had it or something to show. I kept it for years with the bite marks in the leg, but it was one of those dolls that came with like the tail you could pull over her leg so she could be a mermaid, or you could take the tail off and put her pink dress on. Like, it was like one of those Barbie dolls. I was obsessed with the Little Mermaid when I was younger. Hi, I'm still obsessed with mermaids to this day, so like nothing has really changed. There was like a brief moment, a period where the like craze went away, and then it came full force back. If you didn't know, I have a fan fiction literally called The Little Contractor, in which I decided to make a Little Mermaid ripoff. Except not really, I say ripoff, it's just, the joke was, what if the prince was turned into a fish instead of being turned like the princess, like the mermaid didn't become human, the prince became a fish. And then I went fucking wild from there because it's a Hat in Time fanfiction, and I like to turn Snatcher into the most pathetic meow meow baby girl that he is. But that led to a bunch of other stuff. And Levibun is also like, haha, you thought I was doing an ADHD tangent again. I was, but I am coming back around. Levibun is actually based off of that specific fanfic as well. Her tail is based off of Rue's tail that I gave for The Little Contractor, and I have kept it. I love Levibun. I think she's really funny. I even have an Anthro Levibun PNG tuber that I made for myself. I think there's a clip somewhere in my shorts where it's just like, I'm a bunneely. Bunneely? Bunneely! You sound like a Pokemon! I'm a bunneely! Cause I'm a bunneal. An ely bun. But I love Levibun. I think she's just funny. She's like this, I call her a Leviathan bunny, but like, she's the size of a fucking corgi. But I mean, you compare her to a normal, like, English lop, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. But I just think she's stupid cute. It's one of my favorite, like, designs for her. And I thought, you know what, I'm tired. Let's start off this year by doing a quick, fun little Levibun drawing to start the mermaid off. In the past, I would do, like, a color palette mermaid every single day. But the past couple years, I have not really been able to do that because, you know, day job, life, all that fun stuff coming through. So I decided instead for this year to just, I'm gonna do what I did last year. If I get it done, I get it done. And hopefully, YouTube's not gonna remove my fucking thumbnails again. I'm going to bitch about this again. I've complained about this in another, I think it was a live stream VOD. I was complaining about the same thing. There is specifically one of my mermaids from a year or so ago. It was either one of my 2024 mermaids or it was one of my 2025 mermaids. But there was specifically a merman speed paint that I had done, and the thumbnail, I got a violation on my account for the thumbnail for nudity and sex, and it was like flagged, and then I tried to appeal it and they didn't take the appeal, so I got that strike on my account, and I had to deal with that for a while until it finally like was like removed because, you know, like there's the time limit to them. But it's like, the funniest thing is there are other thumbnails on my channel, and like there are far worse thumbnails on YouTube, and yet a dude that was like, it was male presenting merman, and he was just laying there, and yet that was too spicy for YouTube, and they took my thumbnail down. And I have never had the courage to make a new thumbnail for that specific video. So if you go on my mermaid playlist, you will find one video, and the funniest thing is it's the auto thumbnail it picked is so funny, because I had drawn a picture of my cat screaming because he was meowing while I had been drawing the picture, and that's where it chose to have the auto thumbnail, and I think that's really, really funny. Normally with my mermaids, I don't bother shading them, but this was the first mermaid of the year, and because it's levibun, I thought I'd make it a little bit fancier, and I might try to do shading on my mermaids this year. I normally do like some simple shading, but who knows? We'll see how this year goes. I have a convention at the very tail end of the month, so I'm also working on cosplays at the same time. You'll also notice I'm putting out a video at a weird point in the night. Normally when I make videos, I post them out. I like set my videos up to queue, and I will make sure they post specifically at 1 p.m. Either Monday, Tuesday, or Fridays. That's typically when I post my videos. But it's Mermaid, and I want to get this fucker out on May 1st because I don't know. I wanted to do it, so I'm attempting to do my voiceover and do my video at the same time and see if I can't get the two things together and get it up and posted. And I just like drawing mermaids. So you're gonna see a lot of them. Happy Mermaid! A big thank you to my Patreon supporters, Submissive Durg, Puro Vermel, and Thoroughly Pearly. Thank you guys so much for your support, and thank you for watching. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!